Arik Armstead. Arik Armstead's a better player than Mike McGlinchey. Arik Armstead has totally different issues. Mike McGlinchey is like, it's like, man, you're like a fringe athlete. Like, you're not as athletic as we think you are. Armstead's very athletic. His issue to me is effort. It's like, man, you float around games. You'll have weeks, months where I'm like, I didn't see Arik Armstead this month. I don't know what he was doing in those games. Maybe his run defense was technically sound, but you're paid to be an impact player. They're giving you $17 million a year. You don't touch the quarterback. I'm sorry, man. Like, you had a great year in 2019, but how much do you love football? Are you ever going to do that again? What is your commitment? What is your passion? These are questions I have about Arik.
Wow. The thing with Arik is that from the start, from his second year, where he shined was during the running game because of his athleticism, because of his size, because that unique combination of size and athleticism that he has. But you are not paying $17 million for a defensive lineman who just great against the running game. And in 2019, he was great only because those other three guys who were on the defensive line. I wrote that.
Yeah.
So,
and a lot of those sacks he had in 2019 were like Kerry Hyder sacks, where it's like plays going on for a long time and he sticks with it, or the quarterback is like fleeing from Nick Bosa or D Ford or DeForest Buckner and runs right into Arik Armstead. Arik Armstead is very athletic. He's super strong. He's very good at like manhandling a guard in front of him. But that's not the sport. It's not sumo wrestling. You got to get rid of that guard and find the quarterback or the ball carrier. And I feel like he's got tunnel vision on the field, man. He's so caught up with proving that he's physically dominant over a guard and doesn't make the play. Dude, you got to make the play. They kept you. They got rid of Buckner and kept you because they felt you're an impact player too. But you're not. You're not worth $17 million. You could say, hey, it was the right move to trade DeForest Buckner. Maybe. No. But it wasn't the right move to give you $17 million. It wasn't. They could have got rid of both of you, man. And they should have got rid of you. So you're going to have to show, not that you're like a solid player, but that you're an impact player. Yeah. And unless he can do that, I still think we were right. And we should have ran him out of town. I tried. Only problem was the alternatives I set up were no good. I was like, they should sign Jadeveon Clowney instead of Arik Armstead. Well, Clowney stinks too. So that wasn't the one. But I got to take personal. This was my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that Arik has the most things to prove in 2021 because we got rid of DeForest Buckner and we kept him. And we all knew that DeForest Buckner is a no-brainer all-pro every year since he plays American football in the NFL. And we kept a guy who had a great season just because of Bosa and Buckner and D Ford. And him being alone on the defensive line wasn't a great choice. He never had his moments to shine. He was only great when those other three guys made him the space to be great against quarterbacks. I've never seen him just beating a single offensive tackle on a short play. I don't think that he can generate pressure on a short passing game.
Right.
You don't pay that much of money for a guy like that. That's why I think that he has to prove that he is great, that he deserves that money. If he cannot do that, then we should just cut him.
Yeah, but they can't. I mean, they're really into him. The contract's hard to move. This is another guy like Jerick McKinnon and Pierre Garçon. But really, Arik Armstead is a poster boy for this. A guy who's going to live a life of wealth that he didn't earn because the 49ers made one bad decision. Like, he should be a rich guy. He was a first-round pick, but he's going to live a life of outrageous wealth because the Niners made a horrendous decision. I mean, he's going to be drinking Perrier out the bottle the rest of his life, just walking around Perrier in his hand all day. I do that, though. That's my little flex, just walk around Perrier. You want to look hard and rich at the same time, carry around Perrier, man. I'm just saying. That's our show, man. I got nothing else. We did a lot of good work this offseason, man. And now we got to see what happens in OTAs, I guess.
Yeah.
We did our part.
I'm curious. I just want to see those guys that we drafted shine during the OTAs. I'm waiting for your report. I just want them to prove me wrong, because there were some picks that I didn't like, that I think was a reach. For example, Banks. I still think that he was a reach. I just want those guys to prove me that I was wrong.
Right. Banks is supposed to be an impact player starter right away. So let's see it, dude. High expectations. No learning curve for you.